I'm really bad at navigating unstructured time, but I've been freelancing my entire adult life, and I'm fully self-employed and a full-time content creator at this point. So I'm gonna walk you through what my current, restructuring of my unstructured time looks like and how it's been helping me. And if you don't know me, I'm Maybe Burke. I have a series on here called Make Up for Lost Time, and last week I was talking about how I'm kind of starting over as an influencer. And so in the spirit of playing with form and different types of content, I figured this is better than just a day in the life vlog, but actually showing you how I structure that unstructured time. I currently have every day of the week having its own theme with a task or something attached to it, and it's relatively loose and flexible so that if I don't get something done one day, or if I have a gig or something booked, I can push it to the next day, it can carry over and things like that. I'm also realizing as I'm putting this together, this is probably gonna change what day which thing is on pretty soon, because my boyfriend is about to change his schedule, and so he's gonna be working weekends, so I'll probably take my days with him and move them to the other days of the week. But what day I'm doing it isn't really as important as what I'm doing each day. So I mentioned my boyfriend is currently off on the weekends, so Saturday is date night or just time for us to spend together, do errands we want to do together, whatever. And Sunday is for cuddles. But also sometimes we have somewhere to go or something to do, and so Sunday becomes the day to do that thing. I really learned recently that I need a buffer day after a lot of socialization. So if we're going out with other people and things, I really need, usually my Monday becomes a buffer day for me. But I've reframed Monday to not be just a buffer day, but a reset day. So if I don't need the full day to dissociate on the couch, I can put things away. I can reset my space that might not have been reset throughout the week. My ADHD operates that I don't always put things away when I'm done with a task. So Monday is a day for me to just put things back in their place, not worrying about cleaning, but worrying about reorganizing the space and setting me up for success throughout the rest of the week. This is also a day that I water my plants. Well, the plants that get watered weekly. There are other plants that I water daily now that it's spring. But the indoor plants that get weekly watering, Monday seems like a good day to reset their cycle too. And then Tuesday is pretty boringly just admin day. I run my own business. I have to do a lot of editing with social media videos nowadays. There's a lot of random bits of finances I have to run and just general life things like doctor's appointments and things. All of those things, I try to do the admin task of scheduling and all of those things on a Tuesday. And then Wednesday is for writing. I'm an award-winning writer. I've been a writer for most of my career, but I haven't really hunkered down and been really serious about it. I'm good at writing about something when I think of something and I go for it, but I'm trying to get better at just making myself write a little bit every week. I know some people are gonna be you should be writing every day if you're a professional writer, but maybe I start with a week and then we see where it goes from there. But having a chunk of time every week designated to writing, I obviously get other things done on Wednesdays. I get other things done on all of these days. There are other things I need to be doing, but often I don't write because I'm thinking of all of the other tasks and things that I need to do. So knowing that I have a day where I can focus on writing and do those other tasks on the other days is actually really helpful for me. And then Thursday is spa day. And I don't actually go to a spa. It's not even really for me. I do an everything shower on that day, but it's just a nicer way of saying that it's my cleaning day. It's the day to run laundry, it's the day to do dishes, it's all of those things. It's a spa day for my house more than it is for me in particular. But in with that, I do take an everything shower, I shave, and then I make sure I'm doing my at-home laser treatments for my laser hair removal. Which brings us to Friday, which is a day to focus on content. And now I'm posting every day of the week, and honestly, I'm usually shooting and editing every day of the week. But for longer form content that I want to be putting out, or a day to plan and script, I don't really write out scripts, but I'm starting to play around with that. Having a day to focus on creating content that we can then edit and post on other days makes me feel like I don't have to hyper focus on it during all of those other days as well. Like I mentioned before, I think I mentioned this before, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but obviously I can do a lot of these things on other days too. If I spill something, I don't have to wait until Thursday to clean it. If I think of a topic that I want to talk about or a video I want to post, I don't have to wait until Friday to film it. But having like larger brushstrokes for things that I'm going to focus on in a day is just more helpful for my brain. So I don't just think, oh, I want to be writing once a week. No, I'm going to be writing every Wednesday. Setting myself up with that expectation and with that goal is helpful for me. I've also personally found it really useful to kind of schedule out hour by hour what my day is going to look like. Even if those things are like lunch and showering. Just planning out all of the different things I want to do in a day is helpful for me to like see it out in front of me. And then I can amend that list along the way. I don't have to stick to that plan in order. Or if something takes a little longer than I thought it was going to be, or I have extra time and it took less time than I thought, I can be flexible with the plan. It's easier to change a plan that I've already made than it is to like not have one, you know? I know that a lot of people, especially on the internet, are like accidentally self-employed and freelancers these days. And I've been doing a self-employed schedule for years at this point, and the ways that I've navigated my schedule, the things that I focused on at different times, have shifted and changed over the years, or honestly, like sometimes week to week. So this isn't necessarily me telling you like how you have to structure your unstructured time, but giving yourself something of a structure can be helpful. But the number one thing that I've learned over the years is to adapt. Be ready to adapt and grow with your schedule, with the demands of whatever work you're doing. Let me know if you have a similar structure that you're operating with, or if this made you think about getting a new structure. And if this was helpful, please let me know in the comments so that I can make more content like this.